have a super fun little technique to show you with the brand new Glimmer Mist kits from Tattered Angels. We had Wendy Sanger, who is the creator of Tattered Angels. I'm sure you guys already know that. We had her come to the studio last week and show everyone how to use these. These are brand new. They just came out, and as far as I know, I'm the third person to have them, so I'm kind of excited about that. There's all kinds of different ones. There's kits to make stuff like old wood and different kinds of wood, and this one is the rusty metal kit. So if you can kind of see, that's the technique that we're going to do today. And I'm doing it on some mat board that she had brought last weekend. So I'm going to show you some of the steps. In the kits, you get all the bottles of paints that you need to do the technique, and then you also get some instructions and some really creative ideas. So pretty cool. So we're going to start off by using shade, and this is what shade looks like. And this is a simply sheer glimmer mist. This means it has no glimmer in it. And you're going to saturate the whole surface of your chipboard or whatever you're using. This is mat board once again. And you want it to puddle up. So mine's puddling up quite a bit because I kind of like more of the puddles. Next, you're going to take the vintage pink. This one has a little bit of a glimmer to it. And you're just going to spray in little areas. You're not going to saturate the whole thing. You're just going to get certain sections. So I tend to go for the areas that have less of the gray. I'm going to get a little bit more on this side. Okay, so I've got my pink in there. The next step is to grab the Pewter Glaze, and this stuff is awesome. I'm going to grab my paintbrushes here. Sorry, they kind of were rolling off on me a little bit. So always use a paintbrush with this, and you're just going to grab some of that good stuff down at the bottom. And, oh, I think I didn't clean this brush off good enough. And you're just going to go kind of along the edges of where the colors are a little bit divided. And it looks a little messy right now, but it ends up looking really cool. I just woke up. I slept in, so my voice sounds kind of funny. And I gotta get this video out of the way so I can go on with my day. Because me and Garrett and I have been playing all night with this. So I use quite a bit of everything. You probably don't need to use this much of all the stuff that I'm using, but I like it real thick on there, so I tend to use quite a bit. All right. So once you've done that, close it up. You're going to go right back over with the vintage pink again. This is kind of where it gets cool. So I'm sorry, not the vintage pink. You're going to go back over with the shade. And the shade's going to tone down that pink a little bit and kind of bring out more of that blue color that you're starting to see. So I'm spraying it over the pink, pretty much over the whole area with that color. That's the shade, no glimmer in that. And then now we're going to go in with Camel. And let me rinse my brush here. Don't want to mix my colors. Alright, so you're going to go in with Camel. This is Glimmer Glam, and it's gorgeous, gorgeous. This one would be perfect for Christmas. So if you guys don't have Camel Glimmer Glam, make sure you contact your retailers and tell them that you need this stuff because it's so beautiful. And Tattered Angels, they've really, they've gone back in and kind of reformulated a lot of their paint products to make them even better. Like, they weren't already good enough. But they made them even better. Like, the glitter is so much better. It's more sparkly, and everything's just a lot more pretty. So now you're just going to go on the curvature of all the pink, the vintage pink, with this color. You can kind of see how it's already kind of coming together here. And I'm being generous with this because I find that the thicker you put it on, the better. The more glimmer, the better. All right. So the cool thing about this stuff is that you can keep reapplying, like drying and reapplying. So I'm going to dry this. And you can turn your piece and make it drip and do all kinds of funky stuff. I kind of am liking how this is looking right now, so I'm not going to manipulate it too much. But I am going to dry it and then reapply some colors. So it's looking really cool so far. I'm just going to get it out of the puddle there a little bit. And this mat board isn't super is a little, it's, I don't know, it's like a medium absorbency. If you want your paint to be a little bit darker, you can pick some paper or chipboard that absorbs a little bit more, but you're going to have a hard time getting it to puddle. So keep that in mind. So this board works pretty good for puddling and all that good stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to go back, and I just want it to be a little bit darker than this. So I'm going to go back in. This is what I love about this, is you can always go back in and add more later. And in my areas that are gray, I'm going to spray some gray. And this time I'm not really focusing on puddling a whole lot. And then I'm going to do all the steps pretty much over again, only a little bit lighter this time. So that's the cool thing about Glimmer Mist, is you can either go light with it or you can go really dark with it. All you have to do is add more if you want it to be darker. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the pewter again. And I'm just going right back over all the areas I did before. Pretty much. Because lately I've kind of been getting into having stuff really pop and lots of color, darker colors. Don't know why. I'm usually not. Usually kind of like a medium darkness, lightness, whatever you want to call it. But lately I've been kind of drawn to dark colors. Alright, so I've got my pewter on there. And now I'm going to do my vintage pink, or actually my shade was the next one. So light mist of shade, just toning down the pink. See how it's kind of reacting? It looks really cool. And I'm going to dry it just a little bit before I do the camel. Just because I like how the water is reacting, or how the Glimmer Mist is reacting right now. So what I'm doing is I'm drying up my puddles on the edges first, because I don't want any more of that color to travel down that puddle. Alright, and it's still wet a little bit. So I'm going to take my Camel again. Make sure my brush is nice and rinsed. And yeah, I'm rinsing my brush in my ice water because I forgot to bring water out here. That's too funny. Alright, so now I'm going right back over the curvature of the pink again, just like I did before. So I'm really layering it on kind of thick this time. There's some pink right in here. So this one was a favorite, but there's so many, guys. Wait till you see all the other ones, and hopefully I'll demo for you all the ones that that I've got right now. And I do have the kits on the website. They will be posted on Monday. But if you want to reserve one right now, they're shipping daily. So if you want to reserve one right now, you can email me at marion@apieceofcraft.com and I will get some reserved for you. But I'll have them posted on Monday too. And we only have a few right now, but we'll get more in as the demand for them gets higher. Alright, so I've got that in there, and now I'm going to dry it. And with this glam, I'm going to really heat up this glam, this gold that I just put on there, the Camel, because I want it to kind of bubble, and that's kind of what Wendy did to make it look like it was like real rust. Because this paint will like bubble and burst, and it does all kinds of fun stuff. And what's really cool is the glaze, believe it or not, the glaze will crack. You can use that as a crackle medium. So I'm going to get Wendy to show you guys how to do that, because I did it last night, but I'm not very good at it yet. So see how it's kind of starting to bubble because it's got all that heat on there? It's so cool. It just adds so much texture to this technique. It crackles and bubbles like oil. It's really cool. And it's just the glam that does that, so it really gives it some dimension. Alright, so now all you have to do is ink your edges, and Wendy likes to use like brown distress ink, and you ink your edges and then you spray it with water and it kind of blends in there and it looks really cool. But that's the rusty metal effect, and she's so much better at this than I am, but I still think it looks really cool. So kind of a cool background, it's really beautiful, and I'll show you some of the other kits. This is the kit that we just did. I did it on a flower. So this is the rusty metal, really pretty. And then this one is, oh, I can't remember, I think it's like aged metal, or it's another metal one. And this one is birch wood, I believe. Really cool, I love this one. I put stickles on the edges a little bit there. And this one's turquoise, although it's not a very good example because I didn't do a very good job on it. But when she did it, it looked like real turquoise stone, so it was kind of cool. This one is mahogany, and this one I kind of did some brush strokes to make it look like wood grain on the petals. I don't know if you guys can really see it too well. And then this one, I can't remember which one this was. Hickory. This one was hickory. And I didn't do a very good job on this one either. So that one's the hickory kit. So get your hands on this awesome kit because it's super fun. And like I said, I'll have them posted to the website on Monday. But if you want one, if you want to reserve one right now, I already have them. I just haven't posted them yet. If you want one reserved right now, just email me. My email is marion@apieceofcraft.com, or you can do customer service at apieceofcraft.com. Or you can go to my website and just email me through there. But this is what the kit looks like. It's awesome. You get the 4 bottles, everything you need, and the instructions. And what's cool is you can get all these colors in the large bottles too if you want to later. But I would recommend getting this kit first so you know which colors to get, and then you have the instructions with you too. And then if you end up liking it, then you can go ahead and order the larger bottles. So super, super fun. I hope you guys try it out, and I hope you liked the technique. Thanks, guys.